Deep beneath the Vatican, far below the marble floors, walked by millions, there is a corridor few have ever seen, a place where the air never moves, where every footstep echoes like a warning, where the church hides the files it refuses to explain. On the door, a single phrase is engraved in the Latin, non licet videre. You are not permitted to see, but according to former archivists who spoke only under anonymity, there is one set of documents the Vatican guards more fiercely than any other. Reports, photographs, first-hand testimonies about believers whose bodies bleed in the same places Christ was nailed to the cross. Marks that appear without injury, wounds that open without cause, blood that flows at the exact hour Jesus is believed to have died, a phenomenon the Church calls Stigmata. And tonight, we return to the shadows of those forbidden files. Stigmata is not a legend. It is not a ghost story. It is a documented mystery, recorded for nearly 8 centuries. The wounds appear in the hands, the feet, the side of the ribs, sometimes even across the forehead, like the crown of thorns. Doctors examine the victims. Some find no explanation. Others quietly admit the same unsettling truth. These wounds behave as if they come from inside the body. Victims often fall into trances. Their heart rates drop. Their breathing slows. Many describe the same feeling, as if they are reliving a death that does not belong to them. A death from 2,000 years ago. In the year 1224, high in the mountains of La Verna, a monk named Francis retreated into isolation. For days he ate nothing. He slept on stone. He prayed until his voice broke. Witnesses described a strange light surrounding him. Bright, silent, unnatural. One morning, Francis collapsed. When his brothers lifted him, they froze. Blood was dripping from his palms. When they removed his robe, they found wounds in his feet and a puncture in his side, not cuts, not tears. The skin was raised, pushed outward. The wounds bled for years. Francis became the first man in history to officially bear the wounds of Christ. And the Vatican locked the reports away. If Francis was the beginning, Padre Pio was the storm. In 1918, a young Italian priest collapsed inside his cell. Blood covered the floor. The air smelled of iron. He sat upright, eyes open, calm. The same wounds, hands, feet, ribs. Doctors examined him for decades. No infection, no trauma, no external cause. The wounds never healed, never closed, never changed shape. He lost nearly a liter of blood a day, yet never grew weak. Bandages were burned nightly. Witnesses reported the scent of roses filling the monastery. The Vatican investigated him in secret. One investigator later wrote, "I felt watched, not by the priest, but by something behind him." Skeptics called it fraud. Hidden blades, self-inflicted wounds, delusion, and yes, some were exposed, but others were not. Wounds that opened in front of witnesses, blood flowing from unbroken skin, injuries that returned at the exact hour of Christ's death. Doctors called it impossible, but the evidence remained. One leaked document, copied by a Vatican archivist in 1978, contained a single sentence: "Some stigmata phenomena do not originate from the individual." The archivist disappeared a year later. The Vatican denies the file exists, but beneath Rome, behind locked doors marked, "You are not permitted to see," the truth may still be waiting. And those who bled may not have bled alone. Behind the monastery walls, the Vatican did not pray. It investigated. A secret commission was formed. Doctors, theologians, psychiatrists. They tested Padre Pio for years. Needles were hidden in bandages. Chemicals were searched for in his room. His blood was analyzed again and again. Nothing explained the wounds. No infection, no poison, no self-inflicted damage. One internal report concluded, the bleeding follows no known medical pattern. The document was never released. Instead, Padre Pio was isolated, watched, silenced, and yet the wounds continued. Modern medicine tried to explain stigmata. Some called it hysteria. Others blamed extreme faith, psychosomatic response. But the data refused to cooperate. In several cases, the skin opened without rupture. Blood emerged without a source. Pain occurred without nerve damage. Doctors documented heart rates dropping, body temperatures falling, subjects entering trance-like states. One surgeon wrote, "This body behaves as if following instructions we cannot see." The case was closed, not solved, closed. In 1967, a Vatican archivist spoke to a journalist in Rome. He described a sealed drawer, marked with a black cross. Inside were photographs never shown to the public. Images of wounds that appear to move, to change, to deepen. When asked why they were hidden, the archivist answered, "Because if these images are real, faith is no longer a choice." The interview was never published. The archivist died the following year